Condolences are pouring in for the family of Liberation veteran Dr. Frene Ginwala. She passed away at her home yesterday after suffering a stroke 2 weeks ago. Ginwala was the very first Speaker of South Africa's Democratic Parliament. Our reporter Pule Letshiti-Jones joins us from her home in Johannesburg. Pule, a lot of people, prominent public figures, politicians, are remembered for their actions and for their achievements. But what are you hearing from those who have arrived and pay their condolences about their fond memories of her as a person and her values?
Well, yeah, tributes continue to come in, especially from other parties as well, such as COPE, such as Action SA. We've seen as well the ANC Secretary General Frene Ginwala making his way to the family home. I'm just having a look if they may be stepping outside anytime soon to come and address the media. My colleague Lingen Dabambi will try and show you inside the visuals of the family home, where we understand the SG, of course, is accompanied by the party's national spokesperson Pule Letshiti-Jones. But we know South Africa, of course, has lost one of its foremost iconic leaders of its liberation struggle, and Dr. Frene Ginwala described as the preeminent midwives of the nation's constitutional democracy, but most importantly, the founding speaker in a democratic South Africa. And you are right to say that, she played quite a pivotal role in championing the rights of women and ensuring that they emancipated from an oppressive apartheid system as well, but also post-democracy, to ensure that they enjoy the rights of equality. There, the national spokesperson Pule Letshiti-Jones just stepping out of the family home, and maybe sooner or later we may be seeing the Secretary General of the movement, Mr. Frene Ginwala, also addressing the media outside. But let's just take a listen to what one family close friend had to say about the passing of Dr. Ginwala.
It's a huge loss for the country. She played such an incredible role, both in the liberation movement as well as in seeking to build South Africa's democracy. And she'll probably be best known as Madam Speaker, as the Speaker of the first democratic parliament, which took the first steps towards creating what she called a people's parliament, that this needed to be an institution that was open to all South Africans. But she has accolades in so many different areas of her life. She achieved so much during the course of her life on the global stage, on the continent of Africa, as well as in South Africa. So she will be fondly remembered, and I think her legacy is there for all of us to build upon and to strengthen.
Pule, can you tell us a little bit? We know that Dr. Frene Ginwala was one of the party's strong female leaders. A lot of those female leaders from the struggle passing on, Jessie Duarte also leaving us last year. Can you tell us about the progress that she achieved in the party in terms of advancing women's rights?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, between 1994 and 2004, Ginwala served in South Africa's, first in South Africa as the first Speaker of the National Assembly, and this was as a country ushered in a democratic dispensation, but also playing a very pivotal role within the politics of the country, and of course the history of the country, where we know she, as a liberator, she was one of those who ensured, that other key leaders such as the late Oliver Tambo were, of course, smuggled and moved into other countries, example from Mozambique to Rhodesia, then in an attempt to fight the oppressive apartheid system. But also we know that she was, being named to be a very courageous and brave woman, like you said, who championed for the rights of women, but most importantly ensuring that they had equal rights as well within the country. And that's why she'll be remembered for one strong and of course brave and of course quite intelligent woman. When we speak to some of the family members of Kambi as well, they say that it will be a great loss for the family, and therefore that's why the ANC says it will be doing whatever it can in remembrance of her. It will be also issuing out that statement shortly, just to try and give a brief summary of how she will be remembered. And of course we're expecting other members from the organization to be making their way here, as well as stalwarts will be making their way here to visit the family home, such as we've seen now with the Secretary General of the movement, Mr. Frene Ginwala, having made his way here. And when the Secretary General of the party comes out and gives a statement, we'll of course be giving you that development as it happens.
Right, thank you very much, Pule Letshiti-Jones.